We are here, right? Something we're doing on our channel. The table.
The table. This is where we have the conversation and we lay it out.
Real conversations in
Yes.
real time, right? What led us here is because every time we post a comment on, not even post a comment, every time we post something related to a carnival, then here comes the comments of Spirit of the Seas, Walmart of the Seas,
EBT of the seas.
EBT of the Seas.
Or there go the ghetto cruise.
There go the ghetto cruise. I'm sick of it.
The same old.
Same old redundant lines that you hear over and over again. And I think it comes to a point where, you know what? I think we need to start shedding more light on Carnival.
Yes. More positive light on Carnival.
Yes. Because we are avid Carnival cruisers.
Yes.
More than any other cruise line. Right? And it's just only fair that, we come to this conversation to bring up why we cruise with Carnival. Not only us.
Yeah.
Their loyal guests, passengers, whatever you want to call it, customers.
Yeah.
Because it's only right. The post that we posted on our Facebook group is what led us here.
Right. And by the way, if you haven't joined our Facebook page, it is Cruising with Arlene and Vince.
Cruising with Arlene and Vince.
Go ahead and follow us. This is where this conversation has come from.
Yes.
Because Vince just put up a post and it blew off.
It took off.
It just took off. And we was like, you know what? We need to have a conversation about this because the way people be going in on Carnival, I think that post had over 600 comments.
Close to 600. Still to this day.
Still going, right? But it was interesting to see which way the comments went towards because I thought it was going to be more on the negative side. But to my surprising, it was just like, whoa. You hear people saying, I love Carnival. I only like Listen, I was like, wait a minute. As much as people give Carnival this bad rep and Carnival has this bad stigma, like as soon as you say anything about Carnival, they automatically shut it down like, oh, that's the ghetto cruise. That's the booze cruise. That's another one, the booze cruise.
And mind you, we're not posting anything negative about Carnival. It's sometimes karaoke moments.
Right.
Legends of the Lido.
Or even at their private destination on Celebration Key.
What else? Anything that's going around a cruise ship where a lot of people are involved. The atrium.
The sail-away party.
Sail-away parties.
That's it.
And for people to be talking or bashing Carnival, when the post is nothing negative related, it speaks volume.
Yes, it does. And I'm pretty sure it's the people who've never cruised with Carnival.
The keyboard warriors. That's what I call them.
The people who never cruise with Carnival that has so much things to say about Carnival only because they're jumping on the bandwagon because they hear other people saying, oh, Carnival is this and Carnival is that. But they've never tried Carnival.
Never.
And I'm going to tell you that. And it's okay. They could stay off because more for us and less for them because I don't even want to cruise with them anyways for the people who got anything negative to say about Carnival.
Right.
But I'm going to say this. Carnival is that it girl.
It is.
It's that it girl. And it's that ship. And it's that ship that's always going to bring the vibes, okay?
People don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit it. And based on the responses, you have people that's been cruising with Carnival for more than 20 years.
Yes.
Or been on 70-plus cruises. Never had any negative experience.
Yes, I've seen it all in the comments. And I was shocked. I've seen people say they're like loyal to Carnival. They've done all their cruises on Carnival and they never experience anything bad on Carnival. And we're one of the ones where we've been on 10 cruises with Carnival and we've never experienced any belligerent behaviors or any of that. So that's why I was kind of stunned by what people were saying in the comments, how they love Carnival. And I'm going to tell you this right here, right now. Y'all could never make me hate Carnival.
Never.
Carnival going to always be that baby, okay?
Right. We've been on 20-plus cruises, right? like we said earlier, more with Carnival
Mm-hmm.
than any other cruise line. But for some reason, it's like whenever we go on like a Royal Caribbean, a Virgin,
Yes.
the vibe is good, but something is missing, like
It's
a substance.
missing. Yes.
Let's say we go on a NTL cruise, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Celebrate Party. Sometimes it just doesn't hit the same. Or the
Or
nightlife.
yes. Or even like on a Royal Caribbean cruise. To
Yes.
me, it's more subtle, but we have to look at it. Carnival is the fun ship. So it
Yes.
lives up to its name.
It earned its name.
Exactly. So, and it's funny because you say that when we go to other cruise lines, for example, when we went on Virgin Voyages,
Yes.
you know exactly what couple I'm about to bring up. So we had a conversation with a couple that we met. So we always have like couples who we meet, right? So we had a conversation with a couple that we met, and we asked them, hey, because they're first time on Virgin Voyages,
Hmm.
how is it going? How do you like it? They was like, it's not Carnival. That she looked up to me. She was like, it's not Carnival, and that's the thing. People go on other ships expecting Carnival vibes.
I always, if you get a compliment like that, I think that's a good thing.
Yes.
Knowing that you're going on another cruise line, right? And you're trying it, and despite all of the stigma and stereotype
Mm-hmm.
that's attached to it,
Mm-hmm.
you try this cruise line and then you're not feeling the vibe because it's not
It's not
Carnival.
Carnival. Exactly.
Exactly.
So you hear people say that, and I'm like, you know what? Other cruise lines are more chilled, more laid back, more you're on your own.
Right.
I think Carnival tries to like make it like where there's no empty spaces, like where you're bored or where there's never nothing to really do and you're scrambling to find things to do.
Mhm.
So with Carnival, I feel like as far as like the entertainment, especially when it comes to the comedians,
Mhm.
the comedy shows, they have hands down at
Hands
sea,
down. Hands
hands
down.
down at sea,
Wh-
the funniest
When we
comedians.
were on Sunrise,
Mhm.
they kind of changed their programming
Mhm.
because it used to be redundant, like the same thing. But
Right.
this is something new that they did with their entertainment on their TV shows.
Mhm.
What you're gonna experience on the Carnival,
Right.
and they were saying they have the most comedians at sea.
Mhm.
I think it's over 360 comedians.
Wow.
And mind you, there's never been a time where I've been like, the comedian, it didn't hit.
It didn't hit. Yep. They
Yeah.
have the funniest comedians. It's just something, it's just the party atmosphere, the party vibe, the fun. You're always gonna have fun. It's lit. And even the down to the crew members that's
Staff.
on the ship, the staff, from the
Yes.
cruise director to the people who serve you at the main dining room, the buffet, just the crew members, period, are some of the friendliest.
Friendliest.
So I don't know what it is, but there's some of the friendliest crew members that I've met. It's just overall the vibe of the ship,
Right.
right? So to me, when people's like it's ghetto, it's this, it's that, and people calling it the booze cruise, and you have to understand, Carnival made it to where they made it affordable for everybody,
Everyone. Yeah.
right? So imagine you're on a budget and you want to travel.
Yes.
And this is where Carnival gets it. As much as y'all want to call it Spirit of the Sea, Spirit was another one. It was another airline where they made it affordable to fly domestically or internationally.
International. Yeah.
If you had a quick emergency, you're not trying to spend an arm and a leg on a plane ticket, which is the same thing when it comes to Carnival. If you just want to do a quick getaway and you're not trying to spend 5,000, 10,000 just for a vacation, you have Carnival 3-4 days.
That is true. You know me.
I know.
I'm good with finances, budgeting, and how to stretch out a trip
Mm-hmm.
and money.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm saying this is because we've been on the Icon class, and I think that's
Mhm.
like the most we ever spent on a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Icon of the Seas specifically,
Yeah.
right? They're charging like an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Let's just be real.
Yeah.
For two people, maybe close to, depending on the stateroom, what you're
Yeah.
doing, and things, and adds on. You're probably paying close to maybe 3,000, 4,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when it comes to Carnival, I guarantee you, with that same money, 4,000,
Mm-hmm.
I can get maybe 5 or 6 vacation out of that,
Mm-hmm.
rather than
Just one.
one.
Right.
Because you got to think about it. You got casino offers.
Yes.
If you don't know about the casino offers, you want to start playing in casinos to get some great deals,
Yes.
right? And then also because there are low cost itineraries,
Yes.
like the Bahamas, the
Mm-hmm.
Mexicos. It's redundant. For us, it doesn't even matter. As long as we're at the house,
Yeah.
we're good.
Out on vacation, and that's what I'm saying. You have some people who just want to get away from their job, or they're going through life and they just want to get a quick stress-free
Yeah,
getaway. And if you weren't planning to spend thousands of dollars, like
especially last minute.
last minute, Carnival is always going to be that affordable ship
Right.
where you could just get away to let your hair down, be in the middle of the ocean, just like just releasing some stress. And
Yes.
that's what a lot of people do. Or a lot of people go for the vibe. They really want a vacation. They go for the fun and they go on Carnival.
Hmm.
Carnival is known for that fun ship, the atmosphere, the lit ship as we call it. And everybody fun is different.
It is.
My fun may not be your fun. It may not be somebody else's fun. And everyone fun has their own definition to what fun is.
Right.
I mean, some people fun is just relaxing,
Hmm.
just getting away from work and just in a quiet space. That's fun to them. Just reading a book. They enjoy their time. And some people like that fast pace, that nightlife, that high energy that Carnival brings. Some people like that.
Hmm.
And I'm not going to say like, how to have your fun, but for me, there's some people who still want to have that fun and then still kind of like step away to the quietness. Like there's a balance.
Right.
And I feel like Carnival does give you that balance.
I think a lot of people they don't know that though,
Right.
because all they see is just the fun atmosphere, but they don't talk about how there's like quiet areas around the cruise ship
Mhm.
where if um if you don't want to be around the noise, the music,
Right.
you have the serenity. You can
Right.
go to. I know they have private libraries you can go into.
Mhm.
So there's so many spaces around the cruise ship where you can wind and down,
That's
and then
it.
when you're ready to recharge with the
You
energy,
you rejoin the
right?
the lit part
The
of
fun,
the ship. Right. The fun part of the
the
ship.
fun.
Yeah.
Um, I have to bring this up because we're talking about record-breaking numbers.
Mhm.
If the hate is real, why is Carnival getting millions of people booking their cruises?
That's it.
Right. So Carnival Corporation carried over 13.5 million passengers last year,
Just last year alone.
setting a company record. For 2026, the company is experiencing record demand with booking pacing further out than ever before.
Right.
And I can see that because as social media is like helping people like,
Mhm.
oh, I need to be on a cruise. I've never been on a cruise. I've mostly done
Yes.
land vacation, right?
Mhm.
Carnival has, in the past, they have announced their mega ships
Right.
they're launching.
Yes.
And if you've never been one, we've been on Celebration,
Mhm.
Mardi
Mardi
Gras.
Gras.
We've yet to do Jubilee.
Yes.
Now they're coming out with Festivale,
Mhm.
Tropicale, right?
Yes.
So you have the mega ships, right? And then you have their private destination that
Mhm.
they've been either updated or they launched last year, 2025. Carnival came out with Celebration Key.
Yes.
Been there plenty of time. That's
Yes. And we love it.
outside of our home. Like if we're not cruising like every other month or every month, that's like our second home.
Yes, that is. We love Celebration Key. Carnival is going to bring you there. It's a vibe for everybody. You have the adults only area.
Mhm.
You have the family friendly area where you have kids. They have the splash pad.
Yes.
You have areas where it's like you pay quiet, only adult only area, and then you have the mixed vibe, where the DJs, the music, the food, just the party atmosphere.
Catch us at
Again,
Mingos.
catches at Mingos all the time. But and then they have Relax Away, Half Moon K,
Beautiful.
which they redid. And now you can port directly there versus catching the
The
tender,
tender.
which I feel like Carnival is slowly getting up there in the industry, and they're still making it affordable at the end of the day.
Yes.
And I think that's where a lot of people feel like this is where Carnival messed up, because they're allowing anybody to get on the ship because they're making it so affordable.
That's false.
Because that's what people saying. But you read the comments, you see what people are saying online.
Right, but like one of the comments we've always hear is the fights or the craziness with the behavior always on the smaller ships, the smaller duration, right?
Yeah, the 3-4 days, which they call the booze cruise.
We've been on those sailings. Sometimes on our sailings, we never had those issues.
We never have those issues though.
Those issues are like every once in a while, but it's not every sailing. They're selling like every week.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say every day, but sometimes 3 or 4 days out
the week, right?
And when you have one incident that happens maybe once a month or so.
Who knows?
Who knows? We don't know.
Like for us, we've never had any issues on our sellings. And like I said, y'all could never make me hate Carnival, okay? Because that's always going to be that baby. I really, like I said, the people who always have something negative to say are probably the ones that never even tried it. They're just judging the book by its cover from what they see online. But guess what? Every other cruise line have the same issues.
That is true.
And wasn't there a rating that came out last year?
What?
And surprisingly, Royal Caribbean was number one.
That had the most
incidents.
Right? And for some reason, I know publicly they're not going to announce it.
Right.
But you can type in incidents that are happening around a cruise ship across like different cruise lines. Right. Royal was number one.
And
as much notoriety and how public Carnival videos are,
right?
Royal was number one.
And it's crazy because they put such a bad stigma on Carnival. The minute you say that ghetto cruise, or that booze cruise, or that Walmart to see, or that Dollar Tree, like you just get so many different. And I'm just like, y'all are so wrong when it comes to that. And like I said, to each his own.
The haters are wrong.
They're wrong. The haters are so wrong.
All right, that's the title of this video.
Yes, the haters are wrong. And reason why we got that was from our comment section.
It is.
Because literally only 1% of our section of comments were negative.
Yes.
But everyone else were saying how they love Carnival. They agree. Like we highlighted the positive points of Carnival.
We did.
And that's what I just feel like, everybody attached Carnival with a negativity. And this is what brought us to this conversation tonight is we wanted to highlight the positive points of Carnival.
There needed to be a voice of reason of there's some positive truth to Carnival.
Right.
Like, I know social media, like, it escalates. Mm-hmm. It escalates of what you are seeing.
Right.
But there's, like, sometimes you just can't believe everything that you
see. That's with anything. That's with the media, even news outlets.
Right.
Sometimes they exaggerate the situation or to scare the public or whatever it is. They, put it out there. And then again, like I said, like, people see all this stuff and they're like, there it go again. It got to be Carnival.
Right.
This is Carnival. But it can happen on any cruise line. And people will say, it doesn't happen as often on other cruise line, but you'll be surprised. You will definitely be surprised.
I just wanted to read some of the comments. Like Kenneth, I've only been on Carnival 3 cruises so far, but I have not seen the shenanigans that I keep reading about. The food is excellent and the vibe is electric. I have nothing to say.
Right.
The last time we cruised Carnival, there was a tattoo convention on board. That was 3 years ago. If you are a people watcher, your eyes would have popped out. It wasn't a good cruise for small children. Of course, maybe that was like a special cruise.
Right.
I'll respond like this. I've cruised 72 times with Carnival and have 2
Wow.
booked for future dates.
72
That is a
times.
lot.
And that's very telling. To
Yes.
cruise on a cruise line that people say is so terrible, is so ghetto, but 72 times on Carnival?
Here's another person. After 50 cruises, only on Carnival, I have never had a complaint. The only complaint is I don't have enough time to do more. That
See?
is true.
That is very telling. If that
Yes.
don't tell you 50 cruises only on Carnival, like that person has never sailed outside of Carnival and they never had a complaint. I mean, come on now.
Here's another person, Kareen. I have done 34 cruises, all with Carnival. I have no complaints. Never seen a brawl, and
See?
always lots of fun. Is everything always perfect? No, which we can say,
It's true.
but we roll with it, and always still have a great time. We love Carnival, and we'll continue to sell with them.
Right. And nothing is ever going to be perfect. Nothing's ever going to come out perfect. So these were majority, if not all, of the comments that we had.
Yes.
Everybody has something positive to say. That's why I was like, it was, very surprising that it wasn't the other way around, where we're
I
so
was scared.
used, right?
I was scared.
You were scared that was coming for us in the
Right.
comments, but we're so used to hearing the negative things about Carnival to where it's like, this post just, no, I'm serious. Like, this post just, it was just like, wait a minute.
Here's another person. This is Tiffany. Totally agree. I've sailed with Carnival 13 times and just came back from my first Royal Caribbean yesterday. Carnival is definitely a vibe.
I'm telling you.
So it's like people who are cruising with other cruise line, they know something is missing.
It's missing, right?
And it's true because anytime we go on a Carnival, I automatically know I'm gonna have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
When you go into a situation like a Royal Caribbean, a Virgin Voyages, or NTL, it's like a hit or miss.
Right. Or MSC. Because
MSC, yes.
the thing is with Carnival, I feel like you're going to get a little bit of everything with Carnival. So they try to be,
They nailed it though.
yeah, they try to be inclusive for every
Yeah.
you're gonna get a little bit of everything.
Yes.
So I feel like that's where Carnival has it for me. Because remember when we went on MSC
Yes.
and I just felt like the whole entire time they were just playing Latin music, and I'm like, where's the diversity? See, Carnival
Yeah.
have it down packed when it comes to diversity.
Yes. And I know last year there was a backlash, the whole hip hop,
Right.
right? The theme.
Right.
And they did a great job by going back to adding specific theme
night.
genres,
Mm-hmm.
genres in the nightclub.
Mm-hmm.
So they've added 90s and 2000 pop,
Right.
and the club be jumping.
Mm-hmm. There's R&B night.
R&B, Latin night,
There's
sometimes Caribbean,
Afrobeat. Mm-hmm. There's
Afrobeat.
Mm-hmm.
So they have diverse from I guess the hip hop,
Mm-hmm.
but they went back because when we did a video last year,
Right.
people were like, they were been doing this.
Yeah.
And then for some reason they changed,
Mm-hmm.
and then now they went back to what they used to do, and it's
Right.
working.
Right. And that's just how I feel like there is a diversity when it comes to Carnival.
Right.
And it's a little bit of everything for everybody. So that's what makes it the vibe too, because everybody's going to find something when you go to Carnival. If people looking for fun, like, that's what we always say, like, book the cruise that's your vibe. Sometimes it may be that Carnival is a little bit much for people because it's too much for them, right?
And to our audience too.
Yeah.
If you're going on a cruise, don't just rely on a cruise to do all the heavy lifting.
Yes.
We always emphasize you got to create it.
Yes, you got to be the vibe.
You got to be the vibe. Like, don't expect the cruise director has their job to do around a cruise ship, and you're not gonna catch them like 24/7. Right. And that's why they have itinerary, a schedule out of things you can plan for your vacation because you pay for it at the end of the day. So we always say, create that vibe, create that experience because
Mm-hmm.
Carnival is only going to give you half of it.
Right.
The other half is like you're
You're
responsible.
responsible for your own vacation.
Right.
And I just feel as though the cruise directors they do an amazing job on there.
Yeah.
So,
Like we were in a culture shock.
mm-hmm.
Remember when we went on first time on Virgin Voyages?
Yes.
Now Virgin is the only cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And when we went there, the fact how there was no PA,
Yes, no announcement.
no announcement.
No really cruise director type of thing.
And I thought it was me tripping, but I'm like, usually I'm used to a cruise director,
Right.
I guess leading
Yes.
our vacation.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of different though, because on Virgin,
You're on your own.
pretty much that's how they lay it out. Like, you're an adult,
Mm-hmm.
this is your vacation,
Figure it out.
figure it out. Right. Other people that we've sailed with or tried out Virgin,
Mm-hmm.
and they said the same thing, like, we're not used to this.
Yeah,
though.
they're not used to it. They're not used to hearing the announcement or we've made it to this destination. You got to be back on board
Right.
here. And I always tell people, Virgin is that ship that's not going to hold your hands and guide you. Like, you literally got to figure it on your own. You better read. You better get on that app and start figuring things out. That's what Virgin is.
Also, when it comes to the cruise director, we've been on other cruise line. Sometimes they just don't hit the same compared to a Carnival.
It's not, because I don't know what it is, but it's different. Even I've seen conversations online where they're not feeling the sail away party, and they
No.
always go back to, this is not, when you look at Carnival sail away party, the whole Lido deck is like jam-packed.
Yes.
And this is where people start saying, "Oh, a fight is about to happen." Back to the
When is the chicken nuggets gonna? The chicken nuggets fight's gonna come out, or a fight's gonna break out any moment?
Yeah,
Just stop with it.
You go back to the same like negative stigma. It's just like it's just a whole bunch of people having fun.
Right.
Like, what's so bad about people having fun and then they turn it into something negative? Like, my thing is, how do we steer that negative thinking away from Carnival's name? How do we detach that?
I don't think it's just the negative. I think, especially when you're having a great time, like when you're having fun,
Right.
you can like in our videos, we're not posting anything negative.
Mm-hmm.
Usually something positive or something that's going where like there could be a moment
Right.
where you probably have two different races, they embrace each other,
Mm-hmm.
or they accept each other, or they dance with one another,
Right.
or we could be in the atrium, it's just everyone getting along, right? That moment becomes a problem for some people.
Yeah.
They go together, oh, not me, I don't want to be a part of that. What are they doing?
Nothing. Literally nothing. I remember you posted karaoke. Just people singing. Everybody does karaoke.
Yes.
But because it was particularly one group that was doing karaoke, it was a problem. It was a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, it's ghetto, or I could smell that video. Like, people always it's just something about it that they make Carnival like it's the worst ship at sea.
So anytime a specific demographic or race does something, it triggers people,
Yeah.
right?
It does.
And then you have the other race where they can be singing Sweet Caroline. We don't bother them.
We join right with them.
We join with them.
We join right with them. So, and then I feel like but here's the thing too. We just gonna keep it real and put it on the table.
Let's keep it real. This is the table.
This is the table and this is the conversation.
Okay.
So I feel as though, and you see the people who's commenting, you see the people who's saying the type of things that are being said.
Right.
So it's like whenever we do it, it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And we could be doing the same exact thing that they're doing, but it's a problem when we do it.
Right.
Right? But when they do it, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's never nothing. Everybody does karaoke. There's karaoke on Royal Caribbean. There's karaoke on Virgin Voyages. There's karaoke on any of the ships.
Right.
But whenever we do it, it's a problem.
Yeah, true. I was gonna say, there was a video that we posted last year, right? It went viral, and a lot of people were just targeting that one demographic, our race, pretty much, right? But there's never been a time where, whenever we did something on the ship, where we got anything positive from it.
Right. Even if it's something just friendly,
Yes.
nothing crazy,
Nothing
just having some good old time, some good old fun, and that's it. But people always find a way to turn it into a negative moment.
Right.
Always find a way to turn it into a negative moment. And I feel like this is where it becomes like they make it a race thing.
That, and I didn't know Carnival was labeled as a black cruise. I thought it was a cruise ship for
Everybody.
Right. Inclusive for all race backgrounds to be on a vacation.
Right.
But again, the negative stigma that's
There we go.
attached to it, right? They make it seem like Carnival is the ghetto because they see us on the ship. Right?
Because the majority, let's put it,
Right.
the majority is us on the ship.
Some.
Some.
To some degree. Like on smaller ship, Conquest, that's Conquisha right there.
Conquisha.
We know that. But if you go on the XL, mid-size, you'll see like all
It's a
types,
balance,
right,
it's a mixture.
balance. Right. So we're just trying to shed light onto Carnival, because Carnival is never a black cruise.
No.
It's a business at the end of the day. It's a company at the end of the day. And we know, like, vacations, they're money.
Right.
It's a business.
Right. It's just the same way how they want to call it Walmart of the Seas. Well, guess what? All races shop at Walmart. Y'all want to call it Spirit of the Seas. Spirit of the Seas. You have all type of people who fly Spirit.
Exactly.
So what's the problem? I really want to know what's the problem.
Yeah, like what's really the problem behind Carnival? Because
Right.
it can't just be the ghetto-ness, the behaviors, because it goes both ways.
Right. I've seen fights on Royal Caribbean.
Right.
And it's not even us.
Exactly.
So what's the problem? No, I really want to know what's the problem.
Yeah, because I think it's important, like, if this is going on this side, we have to shed light on this side.
Right.
To make it even, to
Right.
call it fair.
Right. So at the end of the day, like I said, Carnival gonna always be that baby.
Right.
They do have a lot of positive things about Carnival that I enjoy of Carnival. They have their production shows. They have all these complimentary, places that you can go eat.
Oh, definitely. That's the
A
food.
lot. Yes, the food.
Like, so if you're tuning in to this video, right, we do like a lot of cruise review, and it's very important to us because our mindset goes to the person who wants to book the cruise, the first time cruiser who's never been on a Carnival cruise,
Right.
and we walk them through the experience, whether it's through our vlogs or sometimes it's ship tours and reviews
Or honest reviews.
right? And then at the end of our reviews, we do who is this certain cruise line or cruise ship is for, right? 9 times out of 10, it is the same information because we was on a Sunrise, and when we hearing these numbers, it's like, oh, a lot of people.
It was over 1,000 and some people that were first-time cruisers on Carnival. And I feel like Carnival is a good stepping stone to try your first cruise.
It is. Right? And we walk them through. We be like, Carnival's for first-time cruisers. If you love food, it's catered to the foodies.
Yes, the foodies.
If you like the thrills, the rides,
the nightlife,
the thrill seekers,
yep,
that's who. So Carnival's catered to like many different categories of people.
Yeah,
and it's just only right.
Yeah, you have the couples, you have solo cruisers,
group cruises,
especially a lot of group cruises, family. I see people do like birthdays, family reunions, weddings on
Yes.
there. I mean, the whole nine yard.
Engagement.
Yes, everything, the whole nine yard on Carnival, and it's always a great time. When hubby said we going to Carnival, oh, I already know I'm gonna have a great time.
Yeah, we're always gonna have a great time and we're gonna create it. But it's just mind blowing to know that a company that's bringing in
Hmm.
millions of people. Because if that was the case, if all the backlash and negative, things that people are saying about Carnival,
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure they will be out of
Of
business.
course, they would have been out of business a long time ago.
Yeah,
A long time ago. But like I said, look how you read this one person has been on 72 cruises and
70s.
all Carnival. That is very telling.
There was another comment. I think this person went over 100
Wow.
just on Carnival alone.
Mm-hmm.
And that says a lot. Never seen any issues. Always have a great time. They know what to expect. And I think there was like a elderly couple
Mm-hmm.
said the same thing. Like all of their cruises just been on one cruise ship because they already know what to
What to
expect,
expect,
right?
exactly.
When you step outside of Carnival, yeah, it's like, yeah, I enjoyed it or I didn't like this experience.
Right.
It wasn't like
It
Carnival.
wasn't Carnival. That's what you always hear people say. So
Right,
some people's like, you know what? I tried this and I was actually disappointed.
right,
So people are gonna stick to what they know and like I said, their vibe.
right,
A lot of people they like Carnival because that's what matched their vibe. That's what matched their definition of fun or that's what they like.
right. And, to our first time cruisers who's probably watching this video, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever um, you know, book these cruises across different cruise lines, you gotta walk in there open minded because
Mm-hmm.
not every situation is Carnival or
Right.
the vibe,
Right.
the entertainment or the food. Like
Mm-hmm.
like every cruise line has a specific personality.
Right.
I like to say.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So we balance it out. Like if we know we want a good family time with a lot of energy, then we know Carnival.
Yeah.
If we want more of a chill, relaxed vacation, nothing too crazy, we know that's between NCL or Royal
Royal
Caribbean.
Caribbean. Mm-hmm.
If it's like us,
Just adults
just
only.
adults only, but we know we're gonna get like a luxurious premium
Upscale.
upscale, then we know Virgin Voyages.
Mm-hmm.
So Carnival for me, I always say it's like one or two on the list because Virgin, they're doing a great thing in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
After that is Carnival
Yes,
for sure.
for sure. Carnival for sure. We love us some Carnival. And again, like I said,
Mhm.
y'all would never make me hate Carnival.
Never.
Because the haters got it wrong. The haters got it wrong about Carnival. That's just how we feel. And it just come to show that we were right because the post said otherwise because it was just like it was on the other side of the scale.
Yes.
So it was more positive
Than
than
negative.
negative. So that scale, so the good outweighed the bad. So whoever's saying whatever about Carnival, y'all wrong.
Definitely wrong. So we want to hear from you guys in the
Mhm.
comments.
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know if you've been a loyal guest, customer on Carnival.
Mm-hmm.
How many cruises you've been on Carnival?
Yes.
Does Carnival deserve the bad rap that it gets?
Mm-hmm.
What are some positive things that you've done or on Carnival?
Yes. Let us know. If you ever seen anything negative, like what people are saying, let us know in the comments. How do you feel about Carnival? Do you think the haters are wrong about Carnival? Why is Carnival getting their bad
Bad
rep?
rap.
I just want to know why.
And also, I think this is the most. What is the one thing they do better than any other cruise line that
Yes.
keeps you coming back?
Yes, that is very important.
Very.
So for the people who've done cruise 50, 72 times, 100
Yeah.
times, what is it about Carnival that gets you coming back?
Right. This is the table.
The table, the conversation.
The conversation.